back for segment 4, which is our featured Business Central app. Today we're going to be looking at an app called Document Customizer. And what it is it allows you to customize documents just like it says. So the reason for having this, why would somebody want a document customizer? Well, a sales rep is going to produce, let's say, an order confirmation. A warehouse employee is going to want to put a delivery note in a box, and an accountant produces an invoice for a customer. Each person, each division wants something different, most likely, on their documents. Right now in Business Central, you can do it, but it's a little complicated with the Word document and changing it, and it's pretty complicated. So I tried out Document Customizer. I installed it. It went really well for the installation. The only thing I got hung up on in the beginning was once it was installed, I could not find a way to run their setup. I searched for a Document Customizer, found it, tried going through the setups that they had. It just wasn't working at first. It turns out the setup is on the little notification that pops up on your homepage.
Okay.
You have to click it there, and then you can run through the setup. So really easy to install. It took me 8 steps to customize a document. I could customize anything from the header, the footer, fields, whatever it was. I went through and just pulled out like a customer number just to see how easy it was. Like I said, 8 steps, went right through, pulled it right out. You can save it. It's integrated right within Business Central, so it's fairly easy to use. You can preview your document before you actually decide to go with it.
So there was no additional software you had to install. You just
Nothing.
installed the app off of AppSource, and that gave you everything that you needed to do.
Yeah, basically gave you a document customizer page within Business Central, and showed you, once it was linked, showed you all the documents that you had, and you can choose what to change and whatnot. It was really simple. A lot easier than using the Word template in Business Central.
Right, because one of the things about the Word templates is that, yeah, you can move things around and add in different variables into your documents, but I know you can't do any like business logic,
Right.
in terms of maybe changing the sections and things like that, which
Right.
I think it looks like this gives you some more flexibility.
Yeah, and like I said, you're not exporting anything out. It's all done in Business Central, which made it a lot easier. With the Word, when you have to export it to Word, change it, import it, and whatnot. Hope everything works out. So, let's see what else.
Were there any things that you found or it was listed that you couldn't do with this tool? Anything that
So the only thing that I found you couldn't do was move, and maybe just because I didn't export enough, can't move things around the way I wanted to. So if I wanted to pull customer number off and then add it back, it was in the same exact spot. I couldn't move it to a different part of the invoice or whatnot.
Okay.
So it has predefined templates. I didn't.
But
It says you can create a brand new
look and feel
thing, right?
different
Yeah.
template,
So
yeah.
it might be possible, but pricing wise, it's probably one of the less expensive apps that I've seen. For 1 to 2 users, it's $109 per year. For 3 to 4 users, $697 per year. Which, I don't know, does that sound reasonable to you, Jim?
It actually does sound pretty reasonable.
So these are not users of the Document Customizer. These are based on your total number of Business Central users, right? So if you have 9, for example, 5 to 9 total Business Central users, then you're paying $1,400 or so US dollars per month.
Well, now we're changing the story a bit.
Now you're changing a little bit?
It's not just the report designers themselves. It's based on your total number of users and a price scale that caps at 50 or more users is capped at approximately $3,500 per year. Is that right? Or
3,400. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder though, if you told them you only had 2 users.
Well,
Who bought NAV or BC with 2 users?
Well, there's people out there.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people out there actually. Yeah.
And there are people out there, and there are people who start with that.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Right?
Scale up as
So
you go.
they're evaluating the software. They want to purchase it or get a subscription for it, I should say.
I see. Yeah.
And they're paying $70 or $100 for 2 users. But then they want to add something like this in and start their implementation, if you will, before they start ramping up all their users, because they don't. Why pay per month for all of them? So
I just wonder what happens if you had 20 users and you said you only got 4. I wonder.
how that works, how they
how's it work?
validate.
Yeah, how do they validate it?
They may
What?
validate the license against the enabled number of enabled users in the user table,
Okay.
right? Because there are named users
Right.
now, so it does
So it
use
might.
reference the users
Yeah.
table.
But all in all, very simple to use. I liked it. It's probably one of the easier apps that I've used since we've been doing this. So it's definitely something customers should take a look at if they do a lot of document customizing or whatnot and need it.
That's great. So you have had some exposure here at Solution Systems to some of our end users. Would you say that a typical end user should be able to learn how this works and go about modifying their documents, or maybe one person at the company, like an IT person,
Well-
would use this tool?
Great question. I think anybody can actually use it and modify documents on a basic level, right? Like I said, removing a customer number or whatever you want to do, something basic.
Yeah.
As it gets more advanced, I would definitely have just one person dedicated to using it.
Right.
Because, I mean, it seems like it can get pretty advanced with what you need. So,
Yeah. And I didn't install it and look at it, but I did look at some of the online videos, and they do have a huge library
I think
of
over 100 videos or something.
online
Yeah.
videos. A lot of them are short little videos, 30 seconds to
Yeah.
2 minutes maybe, where they demonstrate how do you
Customize
add
the
a
header
field,
or whatever.
how do
Exactly,
you
yeah.
hide a caption, how do you move a field or whatever it is.
Right.
There's a ton of helpful videos out there,
Yeah.
is what I saw.
Yeah, I think anybody, if they want to spend the time on it, can actually learn how to use it really well. Like I said, that being said, though, if you don't want to spend the time learning it, you can do basic stuff. I wouldn't get too much into it if you don't want to spend the time learning it, though.
Yep. So a good price point, and they do offer a free trial. So it is possible
Check
to
out the
just
free trial, yep.
install it, check it out for yourself, and make a decision.
And maybe we'll have
Check it out.
Jim try it out and report back.
There you go. I'm looking it up right now, so.
Nice. All right, thanks, everybody. Stay tuned for our next segment.